On August 18th, 2022, at around 12:30 p.m., I was informed by operations that a large chlorine tank had began leaking. At the time that the leak started, there were 400 workers on site. My first action was to have the evacuation alarm sounded and evacuate all the workers and send them 2,000 feet upwind of the site where the leak was. The fire department was called and the hazmat response team was activated. When I got there, both of them had arrived at the same time. I began having the hazmat response team barricade the area off, and also had a decontamination area set up and an EMT area set up to evaluate the workers for chlorine exposure. The emergency response team, after barricading the area, went to go identify the leak, and they found a leak downstream of the control valve. I called the board operator, had him close the control valve, and then manually shut the valves upstream and downstream of the control valve to stop the leak. I also called management at the time to inform them that the area had been evacuated and that the source of the leak had been identified and had been stopped at this time. I instructed the emergency response team. We started to spread sand all over the area to absorb the chlorine and prevent it from going anywhere else into storm drains or areas that might get into any of the connecting rivers or streams. I called management back and informed them that there were no injuries or fatalities and that all the workers were accounted for, and continue to keep them updated so that they could inform the media of any changes that might occur at the time. The safety manager and the operations manager were two key members that we had. I kept in close contact with them, informing them of everything that was happening. And they also were giving feedback on things that we could possibly do to mitigate the situation. And the continuous communications carried on through until we determined that it was all clear. Regarding the media, I assured them that all the workers were accounted for and were fine, were being checked out by the EMT for chlorine exposure, and that the leak was identified and stopped, and that as soon as the investigation was completed on our part, we would begin the cleanup of the area. Some of the key leadership strengths and skills that I did use were to take control of the situation and give very direct, detailed instructions on what I needed the emergency response teams to do and how to do it, and also the communications between myself and management and media, keeping them informed of the situation and what was happening at the time. Also remaining calm in this situation and controlling the emotions and keeping everybody else calm was very important. Some key learnings and that I could take away from this would be that in situations like this, it's very easy to let your emotions get the best of you, and that's something you cannot do. You got to stay calm and keep your emotions in check so that nobody else starts to panic. And then you also need to communicate and be very detailed in what you say and how you say it and what you expect from emergency response standpoint, and that everybody understands what their roles are and what their jobs are regarding the situation at the time. Another key learning is that it's crucial to keep communications constantly flowing. You have management, you have media, you have people in town that have loved ones that work there, and they're going to be asking a lot of questions, so you need to give them as much information as possible without giving them any doubts in their mind that their loved ones are okay. So ensuring that everything's fine and that you have the situation under control and communicate that is very important. Thank you.